Yes. Laughing burns calories.
True story.
All right. Are we live? Is anyone here? Sorry. Annoying.
I broke it. That's my bad.
He was so pretty. The screen, like, couldn't take it. And
hi, guys. There you are. Sorry.
Here we go back. Welcome back.
Sorry, guys. I don't know what the problem is.
Our internet sucks.
Hey, you're back.
I think it's probably the internet connection
Okay.
because it always goes out every once in
But
a while.
it's like we have
literally every 20
all the
minutes,
bars and everything.
It does that upstairs too.
Okay, so ask Danny a question so he can leave.
Because I break stuff, apparently. Just by being in the
Your
bloody
face broke the camera. Just
room.
Look at all of them.
We
now.
didn't see what you said. It went fast. So if you said something, you guys say it
What's your
again.
favorite pizza? Nice. Pepperoni. See ya.
Hey, Danny, what do you do to help Shani the most when she is not feeling her best?
Pepperoni.
No.
Yeah. Danny's being a butthole tonight.
He's gonna answer this. Here we
Really
go.
good,
What was
though.
the question?
What do you do to help her? What do you do best to help her when she's kind of at her worst?
Besides the anxiety thing, I already just told him that.
I listen, which is a big thing. And
He validates.
try to validate as much as I can. And then I try and look at whatever she's trying to fight from her point of view, and then try and offer any support and advice that I can. And hugs. Lots of hugs. And
Lots of
chocolate.
Yep.
And pepperoni.
He's patient. That's the biggest key. Let's be real. He's awesome.
Good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Right.
Five Claire, have you talked to anybody about that?
What?
She says she was sexually harassed in high school.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where do we live? We live in Utah. What religion are you? We are LDS. You know us as Mormon.
Hi.
What are your zodiac signs?
I will try and talk loud.
Can you hear me? Well, now you can because I just yelled. What's your sign?
I believe she is a Mormon. We are Mormon. Yeah.
What's your sign?
Cancer. For real.
Really?
Perfect
Yeah, I
for
know,
you.
right?
Oh, talk about Eugenia. That's right. I was going to talk about Eugenia. So someone asked, do you know who Eugenia
Yes,
Binnie
I
is?
do.
Okay.
How many grandkids? Oh,
I have to think about what I'm going to
like
say because
16.
14?
You do not have to be diagnosed by a doctor. It's pretty clear if you have an eating disorder.
I think all mental disorders are pretty clear.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a Libra. Let's see. So
Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm totally interrupting.
you're good.
'cause
You
I'm
do
listening to
your thing
people.
and I'll do mine. So I'll answer while you look for more
Okay.
stuff. So
Good job, five sign language. Good job.
I'm not gonna sit here and like diagnose her and say that for sure she does, but you asked if I think she does, and my opinion is that yes, she does. And it's sad, and I think that I think all the hate that she gets is completely unnecessary. That's not gonna help her. Like, we need to just rally around her and send her love instead of sending her messages to kill herself, because
How does that ever help anybody?
what is that going to do? That's not going to help anything.
No.
Like, if she does have an eating disorder, that's the last thing in the world you should do to someone with an eating disorder, is to tell them to go kill themselves. Like, they already hate themselves enough. What she needs is what you guys give me. That's why I love my Shani Fanny so much. It's very rare to find you guys on YouTube. Like, this is so rare. I wish that she had my followers to tell her in the comments everything that you guys tell me, because that's what would help. Not, oh, you're disgusting, you trigger me, and so you should go kill yourself. Or, like, I get that she triggers a lot of people. I get that a lot of young girls out there are saying that they want to look like her, and they're trying to starve themselves to look like her. And so a lot of people hate her because of that. But I honestly don't think that it's her intention to, like, teach young girls to be anorexic or whatever. I think that this is her own personal problem. And
I did.
the only reason that I feel that she does is that she's never denied it, and she's talked about it many times. And she just doesn't deny it, and it's impossible to. If she doesn't have an eating disorder, then she has a different health problem. Something's wrong because I've never seen somebody like that alive. Like I look at her 2 years ago, she was way different. So we know she's not naturally that size. But I don't know. I think she's awesome. I think that she's beautiful. I think she's like the sweetest person in the world. And so she needs to be treated sweetly because she's sweet.
Okay, Amy H., why do you think Edie tells us that we are so hated by others and that we should hate ourselves so much? I will say, where Edie wasn't my huge thing, I have had other issues that I can't really go into on here that have been much larger and life-threatening to me. But, oh my gosh, what was the question? I have a really bad memory.
I don't remember either.
Dang, post it again.
Post it again. Something about Anisi on his trash.
Because I was going to say something.
I don't know how to
Okay, why do you think it tells us we are so hated by others? Okay, and we should hate ourselves so much. Okay, I think what I was going to say is it's not just Edie. Like it's anything of self-harm tells you that you're worthless, that you're that you should hate yourself. It could be something as far different as being raped. A lot of people who have been sexually assaulted feel like they should be are hated by everyone, and should hate themselves. Mm-hmm. But why is that? Mm-hmm. Obviously, everybody knows they didn't do something wrong, but the person who got raped feels like, oh, I am the worst person ever, and no one is ever going to like me. So I think it's not just ED. It's a
combination. I feel like
it's a trick our mind tries to play on us to bring us down. I really do think that Satan tries to bring us down.
Yeah.
And make us think that things are our fault and that we are not of worth. But it happens with all sorts of negative things that happen in our life, not just ED. Mm-hmm. And that's something that we have to fight constantly. I know that there are some people in this world who don't have like huge issues like this, but there are so many that do, and it's just our obligation to fight it to the death.
And also, don't you think that? Oh wait, hold on. Shauna, send it to me again. We couldn't find it. I tried to put it up the other day. Shauna made me a YouTube banner. Can you send it to the DannyShanny45@gmail.com. Send it to me again. We couldn't find it on Danny's. We couldn't find it on mine. I went to put it up, and I couldn't find it anywhere. So can you send it to me again? Thank you. What was I going to say?
Shame breeds addictions. Mm-hmm. I agree. Yep.
That's why we need to bring it to light and talk about it.
Yep.
Because it feeds off of secrecy.
You know, I live in southern Utah, and I'm in a world of young families, you know, and it's always keeping up with the Joneses, and everyone has to look perfect and like they're doing the right thing. And it was probably about 5 years ago. I just couldn't do it anymore because I was struggling with depression so bad. And so I started finally talking to people about how I really felt and why I didn't come out of my house every day and why I wasn't gardening and doing all these things that everybody does. And it was just amazing how many people would respond to me and say, I feel like that too. I just don't want to tell anybody. You know,
that a lot of people put on a front. You never know. I don't know. I shouldn't say this, but like I feel like everybody has at one point or another experienced depression. Yeah. I don't know if I should say that,
I would agree. Yeah.
Or some
level of depression.
Something, yeah. Like
someone sad at some point in
felt
life.
Bad about ourselves, or been down. I don't know. You never know how many. You watch any other YouTubers? Do you?
Me? Mm-hmm. Oh, I started watching The Girl That Talked About You.
Oh, my name is, or what Mia did next.
She is
what
adorable.
Mia did next. She's so adorable. I love her so much.
And I'm sorry, but I really think the guy who wears the purple thing around his head is really funny.
Yeah. What's his name? Hold on, I have it. Hold on.
I don't know, but he was making fun of so many things, and I just think it's so funny.
Well, the oil one was JP. Awaken with JP.
Okay.
So funny,
I
you guys.
started watching Miranda Sings. Everyone talks about that, and I was like, okay, I've got to see what this is about.
You've been watching it?
And so I watched the first episode where she eats like an ice cream out on the street, and she goes,
oh, that's Haters Back. That's not Miranda Sings.
What?
They're talking about Miranda Sings' YouTube channel. So you know who Colleen is, my favorite person. Okay.
Miranda?
Yes.
Yeah.
She plays Miranda.
Yeah.
She has 3 YouTube channels. She has Colleen's channel, Colleen's vlogging channel, and then Miranda.
My bad.
And then they made for Netflix Haters Back Off. But you started watching it?
I did. It was funny.
So funny. We're so excited. I'm so excited for season 2. What is your opinion on people who record their binges a lot? Well, I did it once, and so
once. She said a lot.
Oh, a lot. You guys know I don't get triggered often anymore, but they have started to trigger me lately just because lately I've been missing it. Like, honestly, you guys know that. I've just kind of been like, oh, I wish I could eat whatever I want again because that's what I always did. I just ate whatever I wanted because I knew I'd throw it up. And so sometimes it's hard for me to watch, but I'm not against it or anything. I think it brings awareness. But for me, just depends on the day whether or not I can watch it without being triggered. But
5 sign
I think
language.
it's great.
I do the same thing. Yeah.
What?
Have to. Sometimes that intervention is needed. Chemicals are real.
Yeah, K Glass. I love everything. It's my favorite show.
Who? What?
They're just talking more about Haters Back Up.
Oh.
How can I message you? You can message me on YouTube, and I'll do my best to respond. It's hard, but I'll try. How do you treat yourself without overdoing it? What do you mean? Oh, treat yourself like a treat to eat? Right now, where I am right now, because I'm still kind of what's the word? Fragile? I don't know. I'm still new to eating normally, so I usually have to kind of plan ahead to treat myself.
That triggers you? Been there.
That triggers you? What?
That's hard, especially when you can't like leave and you have to live there. Oh no, but that was like 25,000 years ago.
Do you have a Facebook? Yes. I have a Facebook page, Educating Shani, and then I also have my Facebook, but I'm never really on it anymore. I'm always on Instagram every day, so what about you, Michelle?
I have Facebook. That's what I use mostly, just because people in my community use that mostly.
You have a P.O. box. Okay. Something is wrong with my P.O. Yes, I have one. I used to receive all your letters and packages, but lately I have not, and you guys have been telling me that.
Keep going.
Lately, you guys have been telling me that your packages and letters are being sent back to you, and I'm so pissed.
From your P.O. box?
From my
did
P.O.
you
box.
pay your bill?
Yeah, we did.
Mm-hmm.
We paid it for the whole year.
Oh.
So we just haven't gotten a chance to go down and figure it out, but we will as soon as we can.
It is Michelle Daniel McKeon. I'm friends with Shannon, so go on her.
I'm just Shannon Haskell. That's my normal one. But I would like to draw a picture and send it to you. Please do. I'm making a wall of all the art that you guys sent me, so send me more. That's a bummer. I went to send some art. So I'll let you guys know. Are you going to be here Monday? Yeah. Maybe we can do that.
Do what? I'm not listening to you.
Do you want to take me to the post office to figure out what's wrong? Okay, we'll try and work on that on Monday and get it done so you guys can send all that stuff. I'm so sorry for those of you that have to resend it. What?
Good for you, Carrie Lynn. It's so helpful. In
will,
my opinion,
Shauna.
every single person in the world could use therapy, honestly.
Shauna, I will do that. Thank you.
So good for you. I've just gotten to the point in my life that I don't really care anymore what people think. If I can share a sad story in my life that happened because it's going to help somebody else, that's what I'm going to do. That's what matters. That's what will make my day good. Not hiding and looking perfect and, being, I don't know. I just, you just got to be real. That's how you get through life. That's how you have the best experiences. That's how you have the strongest relationships and the most real relationships.
And that's what grows your character too and makes you into the person that you are.
True.
Like, we wouldn't be so awesome if we didn't go through all the crap that we went through.
There are so many people that try really hard to please people. I know. It's hard. It's a hard thing to get out of.
Story of my
Just
life.
keep trying, because like I said, we all have something. All of us. Even
you're
the
allowed
people
to love
who
yourself
look
first.
perfect
Yeah.
have
I
something.
have to grab something. Do you have this for a minute?
Oh my gosh.
I'm ditching you again.
I've not done this.
Did
by
I just
myself.
flash them everything?
When I was a teen, because I was too skinny, so she locked me up the cabinets in the fridge. Oh. Well, I would probably say it wasn't the best way to deal with that, but your mom may have not known any other way to deal with that. I don't know. I know a lot of things have changed from back in the day when I was 14. I'm 36 now, to where I would handle if my kid had an eating disorder, whereas my parents handled mine. It's totally night and day different. So I don't know if your mom just didn't know how to handle something different or whatnot. I don't know what her Instagram is. I don't know. Thanks. I actually have really bad skin. Oh, I've gone to so many therapists, and I would just say that spend your very first session spilling everything out on the table and see how they respond. Because if they take a minute to think, and the one thing maybe that they have time to talk about that day happens to be one of your major issues, then they're in tune and they're probably a good fit for you. Make sure you're comfortable with them. But if they start talking about something that was like you happen to have mentioned but was not really one of the big issues, and they are talking about that for 20 minutes, find a smart therapist. Not all of them are, but find a smart one who gets you, who feels you, and who